Early in the morning.
What's going on, the people? Them, it's your boy Cam Topical Juice, and thank God this was a bit of a filler episode. This is just gonna be a short review, nothing crazy, nothing manic, nothing real mad happened, but there's definitely a few talking points. And the first talking point I want to start with is I'm Team Zara for this episode. You know what I'm saying? 100%. I mean, I've always been in the kind of conflicts between Zara and Olivia. I've always been Team Zara, but I can still identify when Zara's playing a little bit of annoyance, you know, particularly with her words and moving a bit mad. But this episode, people were just doing too much with Zara, and it was just annoying me, man. Talking about this, they've got a history and past, and what was it? I'll get, you know, in fact, I'll get into it in a minute. But listen, let's get straight into this video, man. Like the video for me, hit the bell to be notified for me, press that subscribe button for me. It's road to 50k, but we're nearly at 40k. It really does mean the world to me and the channel when you press that thumbs up. Takes 2 seconds. Thank you. So the episode basically is the dumping. Now I'm gonna skip right through this because we knew exactly what was gonna happen, who it was gonna be. The only thing I was thinking of this whole time when they were deliberating, Aaron and Jesse, I was just thinking this whole time, Aaron, big man, who's here for you? You better pray this new girl that came in at the end is here for you, bro, because otherwise get out of here. So yeah, Anna Mae and Harris get dumped. And it was actually nice to see Shaq and Harris have a little hug at the end there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure that little beef was petty anyway, but it's nice to see them hug it out and there's no real lasting animosity there, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, the aftermath of the episode comes, the aftermath of the dumping happens, right? And Olivia's crying again. Jesse's consoling her, and this whole time that Olivia's crying, all I can think of is, you just want to be the center of attention. Everything has to be about you or involve you. You just seem to involve yourself, whether it's Tom, whether it's Harris, whether it's whoever it is, Zara as well. Everything has to somewhat intertwine with you, but it doesn't. Now guys, if you don't know psychology, she's a prime example of what we call the spotlight effect. She believes the world rotates around her, everyone notices her, everything's kind of about her. Because our lives revolve around ourselves, we see the world from our own point of view. She doesn't seem to realize that everyone else's point of view doesn't revolve around her point of view, you understand? So it's very, very frustrating just watching her on my screen because she just seems to make everything about her, and there's certain people in the villa that are really buying into it, e.g. Lana, e.g. Ron. They're really buying into this acting that this Olivia keeps banging on about. It's very frustrating still. Now, Tanya is giving her best friend treatment, talking about, oh yeah, you know, you're beautiful. I don't want to hear you do this again. You know, I don't want to see you mope around again. Someone here, you're going to find love. All this, listen, you're being a good friend. I like that. Fair enough. I'm just going to leave it at that. But this whole time, she's not grieving for Harris. She doesn't care about Harris, guys. This whole time, Harris's corpse ain't even cold. It's still, in fact, he's still breathing. There's still warm blood coursing through his veins, before she's already moved on to Tom, which we always knew she was most interested in. So stop with the tears, stop with the fake shit. I'm sick of it. Shaq and Tanya speak, and I'm glad that Shaq isn't doing up this whole Zara narrative, because him and Tanya, at the moment, they're getting stronger, and I feel like I like them as a couple. I feel like they're solidifying themselves as a good couple. There's a lot of B-roll scenes throughout the episode, laced throughout the episode, where they're looking cute, you know, before they get in with the party, and they're doing all this together and all that together, whatever it is, and, you know, they're cuddling together. They look cute together, do you know what I'm saying? And he's basically harping on about how when she was standing up there, vulnerable, it made him realise how much he likes her and how much he's putting her all in. Cool. I don't want to hear your head sway then. Because I've got no problem, with him going with Zara and this, that, and the other, if he weren't spewing these lyrics. Do you know what I'm saying? If he was still saying like, oh, you know what, Tanya kind of played the game at the start, I still don't fully trust her, I'm going to keep my mind open, then I've got no problem with you doing the whole Zara thing. My problem with you yesterday, Shaq, was you playing silly buggers saying, I like Tanya, I'm interested in Tanya, this, that, and the other, and then you're doing up this. The same way I had a problem with Zara saying she was all in for Tom, or very much interested in Tom, and now she ain't. But we're gonna get into Tom. Kai and Tanya have another scene. I don't know, man. He's like a little child. I'm looking at him as more and more immature as the days go on. Now, I don't dislike Kai, by the way. I like Kai. He's fine. Like, yeah, he's immature. Yeah, he's a bit boring, a bit bland here and there. But I feel like we're seeing a bit more of his personality come through. He's just a bit... He's alright, he's calm. I don't dislike him. I think he's just a mid-level guy, you know, in terms of just as a character or whatever. But him and Tanya have this little scene, and again, she's hugging him and this whole kissing thing. I don't know, them two are a bit, I don't know, I don't really enjoy watching their dynamic on the screen, you know, the kind of, the affectionate side of things. I think it's a bit I don't know, he starts talking about how she's planting kisses on him. I didn't see that. I just saw the grabbing head thing again, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. Now, Olivia steals Tom to the terrace again. This is what I said in yesterday's episode. Tom is making her believe she has a chance. In my opinion, she doesn't. And he ended up growing a little pair of balls, a little tiny, prepubescent balls, whatever the word is. He got some little teenage balls today, this episode. But his point is he keeps leaving the door a little bit open for her. And that's why Olivia has this arrogance about her in this episode when she takes Tom to the terrace in front of Zara again. He was really annoying me in this episode up until the bit where he told her straight, because he's saying, there must be something there if we keep wanting to leave the door open. No, there's not. You're just shook. And Zara in bed basically tells him straight, listen, you have to bite the bullet. And I'm with Zara in this episode. You had Jesse talking about how they had history. You had Lana saying how they had history. They didn't have history. They haven't got unspoken or unfinished business. What are you talking about? So I'm very much on Team Zara's side this episode, because what's going on here? What unfinished business are we talking about? Anyway, like Zara says to him in bed, bite the bullet and be a man basically. Grow a pair of balls. Say what it is, because I'm not really into this triangle thing. And I hear that. I respect that. I feel that. I've got no problem with that. The feedback in the morning, again, it always seems to be about Liv. Liv is the first person that speaks and says, it seems like anything that's going well for me, it just gets taken away. So the first thing, she's indirecting Zara again, because Tom, he got taken away or whatever. That's bullshit, didn't get taken away. And now she's talking about Harris. Oh yeah, that they voted him out and he got taken away. You weren't interested in Harris, so don't spin that narrative. You are not a victim. You're not going to fool me. You're not going to fool my smart and high IQ audience. You know what I'm saying? My juice heads. You can't fool us. You clown. Stop running that narrative. You didn't care about Harris. You were always in for Tom, and you didn't lose Tom to Zara because she tried to weaponize, this whole episode. She tried to weaponize her affection. She continued to say, I'm kind of open to being affectionate now, but I'm kind of scared, the ship's kind of past now, or I'm scared that if I'm affectionate, you won't really give it back. And she's really trying to use that as like a manipulation to get him to kind of cheat on Zara. I don't, you know what I mean when I say cheat. They've been affectionate, they cuddle, they kiss. So in theory, it would be, kind of cheating or whatever. So can you imagine if Liv had succeeded? And had actually put it on Tom and he kissed her back and on the terrace and she would have been loving it, absolutely loving it, and she would have been rubbing it in Zara's face like, I guess he chose me and rah. But reality hit when he eventually told her straight. He basically said, on the outside I can actually see myself working more with Zara. And I was like, well done, you finally grew a pair of balls. And you know why I rate Tom more actually because of that? Because that actually directly went against what this snake Ron was talking about. Now I'm joking, he's not really a snake, he's allowed his opinion. But what's he talking about? Where is he getting Liv as a good couple? I mean, again, he's in the villa, I don't see everything. But if I can see that they don't look good, surely he can. So Tom, basically Ron was talking about, him and, you and Zara can't really see it on the outside. I think you get overwhelmed. Okay. But him and Zara would get on. What are you basing that off? Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. While I can hold Zara accountable for specific actions that she's done in terms of just being intentional with her words to kind of get under skin, exactly like Liv's done. In fact, exactly what Liv done in today's episodes. There's no competition. Liv is the worst in the villa by far. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always going to be Team Zara over Team Liv, innit? Like, it's just a joke thing. And then Zara basically says, listen, like, it's kind of mad awkward that I'm sat right here. And they actually have a little back and forth. And again, you think, oh shit, is it going to kick off again? And then Liv's like, you kind of claimed him and that's why I wasn't affectionate with him and all this bullshit. Like, another thing I keep noticing, Jessie keeps talking about how hilarious Will is. I don't think she said he's good looking once. But I actually do believe they have a connection because there's a few scenes in there where it shows them that they do talk a lot. I reckon they talk a lot that we don't see, them two. I do think they get on better than I initially thought, but we don't know. I've already spoken about Tom and Olivia speaking and he basically tells her straight that Olivia, it probably ain't the one for him, it's probably going to be Zara. And she ends up crying again. And in fact, you know what? I'm actually going to give her a donut of the day again. I've got to. And I'm going to give her a donut of the day again for just crying, man. I'm sorry, like, it's just a quick thing. She's just crying, man. She's crying, like. In fact, she's getting donut of the day for everything that I've spoken about in this episode. But this was just the final straw for me. I was just watching this thinking, I'm so bored of Lana coming to Liv's aid and Ron sucking the shit out of her ass when he's sitting in the pool like, oh, what's wrong? Man, suck it up. You're not a victim. You're not like some person that's been rejected here, there, and everywhere. Like, suck it up. You went for a boy. You failed because you weren't affectionate to. You were too late to be affectionate. Simple as that. Do you understand? Whatever it is, you lost out to Zara, who's your enemy in there. Suck it up. You've still got Aaron in there, possibility. You still got this new guy in there, possibility. But I don't know, man. Aaron and Zara talk. She's talking about how it's kind of open, but we both know it's probably not. Next episode, most likely Tom's gonna couple up with Zara, unless Zara gets picked by the new guy. I can't see Aaron and Zara going much further. But I think Aaron will probably go for the new girl. Maybe, I'm not too sure. But anyway, I think it's Ellie is the new girl. Oh yeah, there's a whole party and there's a whole montage, and that was a complete filler. So then Spencer and Ellie, I think her name is. Ellie's some blonde girl, 25 years old. Spencer's 24, from Bournemouth, I believe. They look okay. The twist in this season was that they come in and they actually get to couple up with whoever first, and then the boys pick. Again, that's spiced it up a little bit. Try something different. Lana, I'm going off Lana quite quickly, to be honest. I think when she was trying to advise Zara on the, oh yeah, they've got unfinished business, and I completely agree. Stop saying that. So what is this unfinished business narrative that's going on? Shut up. You know what I'm saying? And then just the face that Lana pulls sometimes. She's got like a bit more of a bitchy aura than I ever anticipated at the start, innit? Like, she really was looking at this girl up and down, like, oh look, another blonde, and you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like you ain't the only blonde in the world, you know what I'm saying? But listen, that's a pretty filler episode. It was okay. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm sure I missed a few little things here and there, but let me know your thoughts, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.